What is Gucci YouTube? It's your boy Black Gucci, 3 long face, skinny body. We are back, still black, with some more fire Boruto anime, manga content. Now, before we get into the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, smash the like button, share the video with your friends, and let's hop into the business. Yes, sir.
9 mountains and 8 seas make one world. 1,000 worlds make one chiliocosm. 1 chiliocosm to the power of 3, and there's nothing I can't cut.
Okay, so not too long ago, I did a video on Sage Mode Mitsuki versus Kawaki in the midst of everything that has been going down, especially within the last 3 chapters. This video isn't necessarily going to be covering over those same similar points. One of the main things I focused on is the unknown area in terms of dealing with Mitsuki's Sage Mode, because there's a lot of factors that you can take into the mere fact that aside from Kabuto, Mitsuki's Sage Mode is the only Sage Mode that causes an outwardly body transformation that is actually expected to occur. We know when Naruto initially learned Sage Mode, Jiraiya said that his nose grew, or he gained frog-like features whenever he was in Sage Mode, because it was an imperfect Sage Mode. Perfect Sage Mode, you don't have no outwardly body appearance. Now, we know in Mitsuki's case, this nigga grows a horn, he has glowing snakes around him, and his skin turns all paley and shit like that. So that's why I said aside from Kabuto, there's a whole lot of unknown factors even beyond that. Mere fact that yes, Mitsuki grows a horn, his body grows, his chakra glows in a weird color, he resembles the Otsutsuki member. Then on top of the fact that this is a Sage Mode that we have never seen, on top of Mitsuki being a clone of Orochimaru, whom we've seen that, you know, have all of the genes and everything that occurred to him after the 4th grade ninja more, dealing with Kabuto, dealing with the Hashirama cells, dealing with Kabuto's perfect Sage Mode, his weird Sage transformation that he did, messing with Orochimaru's original powers and things like that. Mitsuki basically has all of that in one, and we have the Mitsuki clone. Essentially, that's what he is. There's so many unknown factors, and one of the main things I emphasized last chapter was that, not last chapter, but in my previous video with Mitsuki versus Kawaki was, yes, I take it as right now, regardless of whatever you want to say about it, Kawaki should win, have they fight, when we see a Sage Mode Mitsuki and a Horn Kawaki. However, the unknown area with Mitsuki is so large to the point that writers can do whatever they want, for the mere fact we haven't seen anything like this in the story. So we look at both Kawaki and both Boruto. Just to give you guys a surface idea of what I'm saying, not to dive in too many details, but with Boruto, we know the limits, or we know the potential that he poses in terms of all the times we've seen Momoshiki take over his body and the amount of strength he was able to output, and we understand the basis with Boruto's power. Otsutsuki member, you know, the Otsutsuki chakra, the karma cell, similar to Kawaki's case, Otsutsuki Ishiki, having a glimpse of what his peak power can even look like, but we still have the premise and the basis to go off of and to see where they could potentially build up. With Mitsuki, it's like he has a Sage Mode that nobody's ever seen before. So as a writer, it's like I can literally make this the strongest thing in my story, or I can make it a plot convenience in my story, or I can make it like a one deal show, like, you know, one-time thing where Mitsuki is able to unlock, because every time he's used it, it has, mind you, it has been an incomplete transformation in terms of Mitsuki's body not being able to maintain or control that power. So we've never seen a full Sage Mode Mitsuki in action before, but that power can literally be used and manipulated to do whatever the writer so pleases, just for the mere fact it's the first of anything we've seen in the story of the 3 different versions, Naruto, Shippuden, and now Boruto. Mitsuki is the first person to have some type of power like this, so it's free reign to do whatever with Mitsuki's power. And honestly, a Sage Mode Mitsuki versus a Kawaki, it's not as one-sided as a lot of people would like to believe in terms of Kawaki completely washing Mitsuki. If the writers decide to do it, however, you know what I'm saying, they can, in terms of how they want to scale a Sage Mode Mitsuki currently, in terms of bloodlust, anger, emotions, all of that being amped on top of, you know, him dealing with all of the emotions that has been going on with Kawaki and Boruto and him finding out the truth in terms of Boruto's actual death. But just looking at it more so in the terms of next chapter, will we see Sage Mode Mitsuki next chapter? It is definitely possible, and I'm really excited for the next time we're going to see a Sage Mode Mitsuki, not just for the fact the hype moments. Yes, we're going to see the powers. Yes, we're going to see the fight. Yes, we're going to see all of that, but let's build on it, because it's been long enough in the story to the point where Orochimaru has told us a number of times why Mitsuki shouldn't access this Sage Mode or shouldn't tap into this Sage Mode. He placed a curse seal on this guy's heart. If anybody were to find out the secrets of Mitsuki's Sage Mode, Mitsuki will automatically self-destruct and die right there, because that's how serious Orochimaru is about this. And then even to top it off, the mere village that entrusted Mitsuki, right, that kept Mitsuki's whole identity a secret, Naruto and all of them, right, he's not even allowed to show them that Sage Mode, meaning that Sage Mode is even secrets to the ones that's keeping the secrets for Mitsuki. There's so much subplot and so much story behind this Sage Mode with Mitsuki that it's just baffling to me, to the point that we're so far at this point that we are in the story, yet we have no build up upon it. You know, the last time we actually had any type of emphasis was in the deeper arc, where Mitsuki had to undergo not one but two surgeries, one with the crazy doctor that they found, and then also getting back to Orochimaru and giving his limbs transported by log. But Mitsuki's Sage Mode has done a lot of damage to this guy's life this short amount of time he has been alive, and it's too much of a plot convenience. There's too much heaviness into the story in terms of Mitsuki having this power that they won't do anything or won't build upon it. So aside from just seeing the power in action and seeing it you know what I'm saying, being displayed for us, it's gonna end up being the same thing, and we're gonna be stuck in a cycle. Mitsuki uses the power once, barely uses the power once, you know what I'm saying, ends up getting surgery, we don't see it again. And then Mitsuki randomly uses the power once, ends up getting surgery, we don't see it again. I want them to build on it. Okay, now that Mitsuki has finally accessed this Sage Mode versus Kawaki, I want Sarada to ask questions, I want Boruto to ask questions. What is that type of transformation you had? Or Mitsuki, I never knew you had that type of power. I want Naruto, well, he's going out the story. I want Sasuke or Shikamaru to say, okay, well, now we have someone like Boruto who can somehow match up to Kawaki, even though Kawaki is the strongest person right now, but now we can rely on someone like a Sage Mode Mitsuki. I want Mitsuki to be incorporated into the loop. Basically, that's what I'm saying. I'm excited for Sage Mode Mitsuki versus Kawaki, yes, but I want Sage Mode Mitsuki to be into the story for real. I want us to have some type of panels focused on, okay, what's the secrets behind Mitsuki's Sage Mode, or what's the key to having Mitsuki actually tame this Sage Mode and have it be fully his power to the point where he could tap into 100% of this Sage Mode whenever he wants. So we can see a horned Mitsuki and a horned Kawaki and a horned Boruto all in a battle royale, and it's gonna be crazy lit. I want that type of development for Mitsuki's Sage Mode, because it's so much of a convenience, and it's such it has such huge weight and potential to hold into the story in terms of progression, in terms of major plot points, and the roles that it can play. Just speaking on this Sage Mode alone, to the point where like y'all shouldn't be keeping it a mystery for this long. Or in terms of the Boruto's writer's case, you know, sometimes they even like forget about things, sometimes they just like completely flop on the potential that they bring up with something. So it's like they can't flop Mitsuki Sage Mode. They cannot flop Mitsuki Sage Mode. As much as I want them to like dive into Sarada Sharingan, dive into the truth about like, okay, when is Sarada gonna get her 3 tome, or what type of powers we're gonna start looking at when in terms of Sarada's Mangekyo Sharingan or Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. I want Sage Mode Mitsuki to be emphasized on. I want Orochimaru to have scenes, whether it be the anime or in the manga, talking about, okay, this is how I came across Mitsuki Sage Mode, the origins. Does it date back to Toneri Otsutsuki? Does it date back to the moon? Like, what's the secret behind this guy Mitsuki, and what's also going to be the key in order for Mitsuki to maintain his power and have it in order to benefit against the Otsutsuki clan? We got to remember, Mitsuki is a byproduct of Orochimaru's experiments to battle against the Otsutsuki clan. As per Naruto's order, this is what Mitsuki is like the result of Orochimaru's research, Orochimaru's experiments in terms of, let me build the perfect soldier, not only just to figure out how I can build a human from scratch, but these niggas gotta fight the Otsutsuki clan. So, and I think Mitsuki's Sage Mode is gonna be a big role. So we're about time to start emphasizing like, okay, what's going on in that lab in Orochimaru's cave and shit like that, right? Or let's have Mitsuki start revealing his powers to Team 7, like, yo, this is what I can do, like, this is how I saved y'all niggas from Deepa, you feel me? Like, I want some emphasis. That's basically all I want right now, and that's what I wanted to stress in this video for you guys. How do y'all honestly feel about Mitsuki Sage Mode this far? And we know the little flash forward scene we got in the manga panel, so upon the time where we're gonna see a Sage Mode Mitsuki confronting the Kawaki in the flash forward scene that we do see, how do y'all feel about that moment? Do y'all want to see Mitsuki do more in terms of him activating the power for 45 seconds then getting knocked out for 10 days? Or do y'all want to see this guy actually start to go ham? It's your boy Black Y'all think. Leave in comments below, share the video with your friends. Most exciting things are y'all looking forward to in terms of Mitsuki Sage Mode? Is it just the Kawaki fight, or is it more emphasis like I'm looking forward to in terms of Mitsuki's power, the keys, and the secrets behind all of that stuff? Holla at your boy, I'ma holla at y'all. Black Y'all out. Yes sir, ski.
Hey, can we take a trip to the sky? Show them that our limit's too high.
Cocoa butter hips on the west side. She said